what's up, my endurance lifers? My name's Eric, and today's training topic is how long should my longest run be leading up to my first 50K? I wanted to preface this training video as people who are new to trail and ultra running, but if have already been in the sport for a little bit, you've already done a 50K, and you're just looking for some tips or advice, you are going to learn something in this training video, guaranteed. So stick around and watch. But again, I wanted to preface it because this is a question I get a lot from like my newer athletes or people who are coming into the My Endurance Life community and really getting interested into trail and ultra running. Maybe you're coming off of road running or marathon running. So I'm going to do my best to keep this video short and sweet and to the point. But before we get into that, I want to invite you to join the My Endurance Life team. By joining the My Endurance Life team, you get access to the first trail and ultra running mastermind, and also I'm going to give you a free training gift, which includes all my step-by-step training videos. They include videos from our training guides from a 5K all the way to 100K. They are step-by-step, like I said, where I sit down with you and kind of go over the training plan for the week and then what to expect going through each distance and how to nail your workouts, what like mindset stuff, nutrition stuff, so you can just nail your races. So again, that's no matter where you are in your training, you're going to get this free gift. From 5K all the way to 100K, there's a 25K training guide, 50K training guide, 50 miler, and 100K. So go to myendurancelife.com, click on join the team. But the cool thing is the trail and ultra running mastermind. This is not a better way to train, but a new way to achieve your goals. And the reason I say that is because not only do I sit down twice a month and go over a training topic of interest, something like this, but you get a live Q&A with myself, but I also invite special guests into our group so you can learn from them. People like Jeff Browning, Mike McKnight, Joe Corcione, Sarah Silver. I also invite in physical therapists, nutritionists, and so you can just get the best up-to-date tips and advice for your training so you can nail your workouts, nail your training. Also, the power behind it is the live Q&A at the end. Nowhere else can you get a live Q&A with these people, so you get personalized tips and advice to your question in real time. So again, go to myendurancelife.com, click on join the team, and you'll get an invitation to join the Trail and Ultra Running Mastermind. And as a thank you, I'm going to give you the free gift of all those training guides, so you can just pretty much skip this video because you're going to have all that training with you in your hands immediately. So pause the video and come back and watch this if you want. Okay, but for those of you who didn't, let's get into today's topic. So I get this question asked a lot with people coming into the My Endurance Life community, like how long should my longest long run be? A lot of people are coming in off of road running, and maybe they've done a marathon, half marathon, and they're really getting into it, and they want to start testing themselves, challenging themselves with trail and ultra running because it's just a totally unique experience, unlike road running. And I say once you hit the trails, you're never going to want to go back to road running, or less likely. So, but like more importantly than your long run, like just the mileage or the hours you're going to be putting into it, like that peak long run, the training leading up to it is more important than that. So real briefly, I'm just going to go over everything that I recommend my athletes when I work with them and what USCA recommends for teaching us as coaches, but also for their athletes. The USCA course was designed by Jason Koop. So if you know anything about Jason Koop, like his stuff is gold, and it's like the standard for trail and ultra running. So at a minimum, they recommend that 6 hours, 3 weeks in a row leading up to your taper is peak training, and your long run is included into that peak training. This is like the minimum recommendations to finish at 50K. And so what I've noticed through prescribing training plans for my athletes and my own personal running and everything that I've gathered through just the Trail and Ultra Running Mastermind, just talking with other coaches and athletes and stuff like that, that if we do a progressive gain through our training, the last 3 weeks of our training before taper, getting up to about 8 hours of training seems to be like just I don't want to say a magic number, but like just the sweet spot in training where most runners because everybody's individual, everybody's unique. Just, you know, take this video as a training and educational purpose, not like a prescribed plan for you. But around 8 hours peak training, and that includes the long run that we're going to be getting to in a minute and that. So what I like to do is go 6, 7, 8, peaking out at 8 hours, and then we get into taper and then the race. So how long is the long run? Well, on average, depending on people's pace, and one important thing that we have to consider going into this is we want to mirror the elevation profile of our race. So if our 50K has 5,000 feet of vert in it, we want to average about, you know, 180 to 200 feet per mile on our long run. So we are getting that same strenuous activity put on us during our long run. If, you know, if we have a trail run, our 50K has that much elevation, we go out and do a long run on the road next to the beach with no elevation, it's, yeah, we're gonna get the mileage in, we're gonna get, you know, the hours in, but it's really not a real life scenario for the race. So if you have access to trails that can closely match your race profile, I recommend doing all of your long runs, not just the long run, at that same elevation profile. Okay, so what do I recommend? 4 hours or 22 miles, whatever comes first. And you might be thinking like, man, based on my pace, you know, I'm gonna finish in 6 hours or 7 hours or 8 hours. Is 4 hours really gonna be long enough? Yes, because we've put in the time, like I said before, the training prior to this long run. But we also want to give our bodies the capable amount of time to recover leading into our taper, so we hit that race in peak physical shape. So 4 hours, 22 miles, whatever comes first. And I like to recommend our training on hours, not miles. So you take the pressure off of running fast, because I used to train on miles until I learned about trail, like how to train properly for trail and ultra running. And, you know, I would say, okay, I'm training for a 50K. Today's long run is going to be 15 miles. And I just go out there and try to bust out that 15 miles as quickly as possible. Not understanding, like, I'm not going to be able to run a 50K as fast as possible as a 15 miler. So once I took the emphasis off of miles and pushed it on hours, it may not only let me enjoy the running more, but my physical endurance skyrocketed. And so I recommend training on hours. Again, if you want more information on how to become ultra, go join the Trail and Ultra Running Mastermind. Check it out. Go to myendurancelife.com, click on the button that says Trail, or join the team, and you'll get an invitation to join it. If you like this video and want to know what it takes to run a 50 miler, then watch this video right here. Talk to you guys soon.